Hey guys, it's me, Emotion. Now let's talk about happiness. Somebody has Mercury and Taurus in their fifth house in their D9. The fifth house in Navamsa governs mature intelligence, romance, creative expression, emotional recognition, deeper mental patterns, how the soul expresses creativity and love. Mercury here gives strong analytical ability, intellectual creativity, refined communication, symbolic thinking, mental playfulness beneath seriousness. This person internally needs intellectual stimulation, meaningful conversation, creative self expression. Mercury in Taurus. Taurus stabilizes Mercury beautifully. This creates slow but deep thinking, practical intelligence, patience, strong memory, measured communication, refined aesthetic judgment. Unlike nervous Mercury placements, this one thinks carefully, deliberately, with emotional and sensory awareness. This helps counterbalance the restless Gemini slash Ardra energy, the emotional turbulence of Mula, and the density of Rahu slash Saturn themes. Psychological expression. This placement gives internally composed intelligence, calm observation, ability to emotionally process through thought, steady creative imagination. The person may privately analyze emotions deeply, process pain through writing slash music slash philosophy, prefer thoughtful expression over impulsive speech. This is somebody who often thinks before speaking, notices patterns quietly, and develops intellectual maturity over time. Creativity and expression. This is excellent for music, poetry, lyrics, symbolism, storytelling, psychology, philosophy, aesthetic communication. Romance and emotional thinking. Mercury in the D9 fifth often makes a person mentally romantic, attracted to intelligence, emotionally stimulated by conversation, thoughtful and love. But Taurus makes it cautious. So emotionally they may take time opening up, analyze relationships deeply, and prefer emotional consistency over chaos. This placement actually wants emotional stability to understanding, which contrasts with the turbulence elsewhere in the chart. Sudden manifestations, possible lower expressions, overthinking romance, stubborn opinions, emotionally suppressing thoughts, excessive attachment to familiar mental patterns, intellectualizing feelings instead of directly expressing them. Sometimes a person hides emotional vulnerability behind calm rationality. Higher manifestation. At maturity, this placement can produce emotionally wise communication, beautiful artistic expression, healing intelligence, grounded creativity, thoughtful romantic maturity. This is excellent for someone who eventually teaches, writes, creates, counsels, or expresses deep psychological insight artistically. Deeper soul pattern emerging. This person's deeper nature increasingly looks like someone who transforms emotional intensity into intelligence, slowly gains self mastery, processes suffering through creativity slash philosophy, and becomes more internally refined with age. This is there's a very strong signature now for psychologically deep artistry, symbolic communication, philosophical creativity, or emotionally transformative intellectual work.